Do you think it will ever, Brent, get to the point where sports leagues will allow or award rights holders status to organizations like yours, where the play-by-play, somebody like yourself or an analyst, isn't just describing the action, but describing the action in relation to the line? Brent?
Yeah, there will be like multiple channels in which they certainly will do that, because they know based on experience right now that most of the gambling on sports in Europe is in-game. And so that as the game goes on, obviously you take a channel and let's say it's Jim Nance and Romo doing the play-by-play. That will always exist. That's not going to change for sure. And that will have the majority of the audience. But you could run another channel at the same time, somewhat similar to the Red Zone channel, in that you would update the scores, but you would also update the changing line based on the scores of the game, and you would put the halftime numbers up and the over-under numbers. There's no reason why that won't exist, and that would be another stream of revenue for the leagues as they would sell the exclusive rights to something like that. The Red Zone has been so successful for them.
My guys here in the studio, because you say you have your guys here in the desert. My guys in the studio just went nuts over that. What do you want to call that?
We want to call it the Bet Zone channel.
The Bet Zone channel.
There you go.
Yeah.
You guys have got the great name, the Bet Zone channel.
There we go.
And believe me, you'd have a hell of an audience for it.
Well, and in the meantime, Brent, I guess just to wrap this up, you're saying that we on NFL Game Day Morning on NFL Network should look for a certain gentleman from, say, the country of Greece who might know the line and have our own Greek on our program very shortly. It'll come full circle, is what you're saying, Brent.
Yes, exactly. We need a young Greek, no question about it.
What would he think? Last one. What do you think he would think about this day, Brent? Jimmy?
I think you have a big smile on his face. You know, he was back in the beginning and was the first legitimate contact with betting on the NFL to make an appearance on a pregame show. I think he'd be very satisfied and hopeful that it'll be monitored like it should be legally and up front. The Greek was kind of interesting in that way. He came from the dark side, came over to the bright side, and he always wanted it to be run efficiently and honestly in the end, and so he'd be very happy with where we are today.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.